do these computers function, or our TVs in our houses, washing machines, and all other machines function. They all function with the help of controllers, microprocessors. In a computer, what we call CPU is the motherboard. It gives the information all around the computer. Same wise, here's the Arduino Uno, which is also a device or a platform, which is a computing platform to control certain things such as motors, light, smaller LED bulbs, and then buzzers. Arduino is nothing but the brain for a small function. Like for example, if we have to run a motor for 5 seconds and then turn off it, and then again for 5 seconds and turn off it, this program should be run by the brain. This is the Arduino. So in this Arduino, the code which is known as a C++ is used. This is a handwritten code and it is human readable. This code is basically used in the Arduino, and so this Arduino is nothing but a brain for a small system. For example, if you have to run a fan or a LED bulb for some particular time, then we can use this Arduino Uno for making a specific function without using just some batteries. So what happens here is, this place is the coding source where the computer gets connected, and here is the power source where you can input some extra power like a 9-volt battery or any other volt battery that you need. This place is the code area which will be connected to the computer, and then we can proceed for coding. And then here are some of the pins which are used to connect things. For example, if I'm going to do a blink program, it's a basic program for making it turn on the fan for 5 seconds and then off for 5 seconds, and do this process continuously, then this Arduino could be used easily. The programming used in this Arduino, the code is used is C++. So when you open after downloading the Arduino software, you will have a screen that seems like this. This is the place where you put the coding. So basic coding here is blink coding, which is around 4 to 5 lines, and the top 2 lines. So there are two mains here. This is the void setup, and then here's the void loop. So here is a code for the void setup, where what happens is that it will happen once. If you want to turn on a fan or a LED bulb for 5 seconds and then turn off it again, then if you put the coding in this place, then it will work only once. But here, this is the second place, this is called the void loop. And by the loop itself, we can here mean that this program runs repeatedly. After you set up the void setup code, then you should input the void loop code, which helps the programming to run continuously. If you are going to make a small rover with the ultrasonic sensor, then you should always input a void loop, because this function has to be carried out continuously. So now let's do the blink coding with the help of this Arduino IDE. So here in this place, we will put the main code. So you can cut this place here and then delete it. Here what we have to do is the Arduino IDE's first blink coding. So what you can take is, you can take an LED which is inbuilt in some of the Arduinos like Arduino Uno. So first, here is the pin mode. So in this place are you going to keep the LED output or the input. So now we are keep one input and output. The LED built in is the input where the LED is kept and sometimes attached inside the Arduino itself. And then here is the output where the out source will be given. So now this is the coding for the void setup. So after we complete the void setup, we can do the void loop. This is the place where the coding goes on continuously without any stop. So now for the void loop, you can take this place out, and then now what happens here is the input and output and then delay. And so by delay means that how many times the seconds should the LED bulb or the buzzer should blow and then turn off. This process should continue repeatedly. So here here's the first statement, the digital write. These are some basic things that we should always follow. And then here's the LED built-in, and then this is the place where we mention the voltage. And when the voltage is high, then the delay is 1000, meaning that 1000 here is in the milliseconds. So the delay would be in a 10 seconds or 1 second. We can change this by adding how many zeros or whatever number we want inside the delay box. And then what is the code for when we go low? In the same place we take the digital write and then we can paste it here, where the LED built-in will be the same, the digital write will be same, but this place where it is high, it will become low. And this is because when we are having already an input that is high and it is high, we should have another place which is low. Then again, for low input or income, we have to keep a delay of 1000. Again, we are keeping a delay of 1000. This delay 1000 will help in again turning on the loop continuously. So now this is the code completed. I can remove the unnecessary places. So this is the whole code for the Arduino for a Blink program. So this program is already in the, if you download this app, and you can see here, there is this examples page where you can take in the basics. And the basics you can see many things like analog read signal, bare minimum, and here's the Blink program which we did just now. Then there are many other programs here as we see. We can use any programs to actually improve our basic knowledge. So with this we can learn easily. So this is the basic. In this place we can alter the way we want this 1000. We can turn the lights on for around 10 seconds and then turn it off, or 5 seconds if you want, and then we can do this loop continuously if you want. So now to test it, I'll take Arduino and then upload this code into the computer from the Arduino. So now let's upload this code to this Arduino board. So now as you can see, this is the power switch which gives a green color. And then here's the light which is going on, this is the orange color or yellow color. So this is the LED pin we have near the 13th pin. So this pin is where we'll have the output given. We'll compile this or verify this page. So you can see I have saved the sketch, and now I'll save the sketch as IOP, and now I'll save this, and now we can see the page here where it is saying compiling sketch, and this shows that the sketch has been compiled, meaning that the sketch has been verified that it is good. So now after connecting the wire to the Arduino to the computer, you can upload the sketch. Before that, you can go to the tools section at the top, which is right here, then go to port and select your port, which is already selected for me, which is on COM6 port. And then after compiling, what you can do is go to upload, and if you start uploading, again you'll start compile, and then you'll start uploading, where the TX and RX pins in your Arduino will start blinking, and then the coding will be turned on to your Arduino board. So after going to your Arduino board, which is compiled now, we'll have the light blinking for around some time. And this can be controlled by changing the coding here, which is the delay from 1000 to 10,000, and the delay you want can be fixed easily by just looking at the numbers. What can be used with making Arduinos? So Arduinos, we can control Arduinos, or we can use these Arduinos to control various elements like a speaker. We can make Bluetooth elements. We can control a light with Bluetooth sensors, and then we can also use ultrasonic sensors to make rovers. And then there's this, we can control Arduino using motor shields, and then we can use these Arduinos to control lights, bulbs, and whatever like servo motors. We can make an easy robot using Arduinos. So with these Arduinos, we can even make a small computer easily, like making a small monitor, getting a small monitor, and then using this ultrasonic sensor to make a radar, and then using some small buttons to use them as a computer. So there are no limits for what you can do with these Arduinos. So for each thing, we can have separate several Arduinos, whatever the uses you want, like less weight, like nanos. If you're going to use these for some making rockets or small small scale model rockets can use smaller Arduinos which are less heavy, and then can use a TVC, that's a thrust vector control, that is used with servo motors, can control servo motors and can control anything like bulbs or electric things. This is Introduction to Arduino, and thanks for listening.